while coordinating, we are giving effort, and it's a very unnamed heroes, all our nation, in order to save our survivors, in order to overcome these. Once more, I would like to thank all of them on behalf of my nation and our president. In the last 24 hours, actually, there is another heartwarming. The citizens who are saved from the debris, 121. And thanks God, all of them are different stories, especially after 72 hours are critical, so surviving here. So these are all the teams who worked very hard. So how they kept hopes alive. So all of them are separate stories, and we have seen in Hatay, for example, we have a 5-year-old daughter, Hazal, and her mother, Miss Betül. We have watched they are being saved. And when they asked her, would you like water? She said, I didn't have examination yet. But once more, I would like to thank all rescue and save teams, 29,622 personnel for rescue and save are on all the cities and in all the provinces. Now we are focusing on villages until we reach all of them. Our actions will not end, so we will not give up our hope. We will continue until the last moment. As I said, we have more than 29,000 rescue and save, and 6,479 are international supports from other teams. So I would like to thank these countries once more on behalf of Türkiye, our nation, and our president. From 75 countries, there are teams here, and they will continue to come. Unfortunately, along with the survivors, still the citizens who lost their lives as of now is 17,674. And once more, I wish mercy from God for them, and I wish their position to be heaven, and I ask patience for their relatives and beloved. And by the way, there are some who are saved and who are in treatment. There are 72,879. And here, we hope that this number, the ones in the hospital, to be cured from God, and hopefully they will be reaching their health and turn back to their houses and families. When we consider our total personnel, 127,341, I would like to extend my gratitude to all of them. We have focused on the villages as of today, and when we check them in details, especially Osmaniye and Kilis and in Şanlıurfa, this rescue and save have been completed in these cities, and in Diyarbakır, Adana and Osmaniye, the works are having completed, so we will focus all our means to remaining cities. Hopefully, we will be completing those studies. The work machine has been important, still important, and as of today, we have 12,241 work machines and vehicles, and it is 1/3 of the vehicles, as I mentioned. 1/3 of them are in the disaster zones. The cranes generally, and 933 as of the moment. So we can, I don't want to go if there's no question about them, and the air vehicles, road and marine vehicles, we are using all of them, and 81 planes and 79 helicopters, so our activities are continuing, and thanks God the weather conditions allows us to use them, so much more intensive logistic support and hasty delivery, and also reaching the aid, especially in the distant places. It gives us speed. The number of the lots, 2,293 lots. It's a serious operation, and in addition, with the vessels, we continue them on the sea with 22 ships, and we have Turkish Airlines. In addition to what we mentioned, 177 flights and 82,000 citizens were flew free of charge, and also 46 cargo, and also 342 tons of cargo. So we thank all our institutions and Turkish Airways, our flag company, and all other institutions and corporations. Regarding nutrition, we have been in serious works in all the districts. There is no place we couldn't reach, and we focused on the villages. And as of today, when we look at as meals, 1,300,000 capacity, and we are continuing to increase that capacity, thanks God. So we want to stand with the survivors, because these days, how important is save and rescue, the sheltering and food are also important as well. Therefore, we are putting into the agenda, and the report here is actually a report motivating us as well, because through you, actually, we are actually making ourselves accountable to do better every day. So I would like to thank all the institutions, and in particular Red Crescent and Ministry of National Education and NGOs. To all of them, I thank them wholeheartedly. The mobile kitchens and mobile bakeries, ovens, and all the catering devices. We have those facilities on the field. Yet again, regarding the sheltering studies, it's ongoing, and there as well, with the Ministry of National Education, and in the dormitory, 460,000 people are hosted. We continue evacuation, and there are sheltering within the cities. It's more than 800,000, and when you look at the evacuation operation, approximately 40,000 people. With the method we mentioned, we are operating, and the rest will come. In the damage fixing studies started intensively, and these will be much more, not only the collapsed building, what we mentioned and shared with the public, and from now on, they will be the ones collapsed, urgent collapsing, heavy damages, or medium damage, or damageless, so it will be much more details. It started actually in the first day, and when we start the last day of the save and rescue, now 750 or 80 teams are on the field. Hopefully we will complete these, because for the next stage, these are very important, because we need to establish the permanent houses, and our survivors should have their permanent residences which are resistant to the earthquake, to wrap the wounds. It's very important. Of course, at this stage, another topic is that burying operations in all districts and cities very intensively by supporting from outside. We are meeting the needs in every aspect, not only health, not only by the Ministry of Health, but there is the judicial part, and then the de facto burying. All the chain is being proceeded in all the cities and villages very closely. Here, the burial service for every citizen we bury it. All our brothers and sisters, we will find their identities, and that where they are buried are certain, kept under registration, are very critical. So all this process in a standard manner we are following. Again, nearly every day we are informing in transportation. We don't have problem right now, especially in logistic support to the field in the energy and natural gas. We are providing in a controlled manner. Both of them in the main line in the natural gas have been completed. As we mentioned previously, in a controlled manner, both electricity and natural gas are given, and especially for measuring after validation we provide in some places. If there is no electricity or natural gas, it is because measures, because it's not safe yet. It's not because of the malfunction. And the fuel oil issue right now, we are delivering intensively regarding communication, some of the problems, especially regarding the debris or in save and rescue places. For measures, it's cutting off the generators because of measures. When they are cut, it is reflecting negatively, but every life to be survived, work for it. Our psychosocial support services, and both by our Ministry of Family Affairs, and also both burial services and spiritual support by the Ministry of Religious Affairs Directorate. Other than that, the topics I would mention, the airport issue in Hatay, it is about to be completed, and today I said at the latest 1 week, but hopefully it will be much more earlier than 1 week, and then we will initiate it completely. Our Minister of National Education, 1 more week by stated as the minister. And in the hospitals right now we don't have any problem. Our capacity is enough, and if there are some local problems, then out of the disaster zone we deliver them. We dispatch them intensively. It's ongoing, and thanks God, with the capacity we have there, was because of these kind of situations, and both during the pandemic, we had the same easiness. May God protect our city hospitals. If we didn't have city hospitals, or infrastructure in health or transportation, we would be talking something else. Thanks God, those infrastructures make us strong. And I should mention this, both in this hall, all the colleagues and also all the friends in the field, and all of them are really working day and night, very hard working, and so it is continuing 7/24 based. It will continue because this process, and it will continue 24 hours, starting from the first day it started. When the earthquake happened at 4:17 a.m. with our president, we started coordinating under the leadership of our president. We were following it, and still he is operating the leadership, and also he is actually seeing the reports on the place, on the spot, and if there is something we need to do more, he is daily briefing and making all the necessary instructions, and afterwards our Minister of Interior, all the ministers are on the field. At the first moment, all the institutions, their power of the state is very important. We need to see this. Actually, this is our debt to youth and next generation, showing the power of the state. First, more than 10,000 save and rescue team was brought, more than 25,000 personnel, and starting from the early morning earthquake. So there are some claims that we were not hasty in 114,000 square kilometers, which is bigger than many European countries. It's such a place. Starting from the first moment, we took the operation and we never give up. We have such a strong government, and we have our president leading us. So let our nation be assured all the studies will continue. Thank you and have a good night. Today we will not be taking questions.